I was a heroin addict in the Lower East Side of Manhattan during the 1990s, just a teenager lost in a world of chaos. By the time I turned 21, after years of abuse, I finally got clean. At 26, I married my amazing wife, who knew about my past. For years, I hardly thought about relapsing. It had been so long. With my marriage and kids, the idea of trying heroin again felt completely out of reach. But 3 weeks ago, everything changed. It was my friend's birthday, and he wanted to hit up a cool, sketchy bar in Bushwick. I got drunk, really drunk. I hadn't been drinking much in recent years, so my tolerance was shockingly low. Outside the bar, I spotted a dealer and a few other junkies. I don't even remember how it happened, but I abandoned my friend at the bar and ended up in some apartment, shooting up. I spent the night there and didn't come to until noon the next day. My phone had 10 missed calls. Panic set in as I emerged from my daze. I told my wife I'd gotten too drunk and stayed at Charlie's house because my phone died. She was disappointed I hadn't told her, but also found it funny, teasing me about my inability to handle liquor. It was a classic "I told you so" moment. She was away at a summer house in Massachusetts with the kids, so I didn't have to face her directly. The next 4 days, while they were away, were a blur of anxiety and cravings. I experienced these horrific mind zaps that I can't even describe. It felt worse than my initial withdrawal symptoms. Not because of the physical pain, but because of the mental anguish of what I could lose, my wife and kids. I wanted heroin so badly. I left the house 4 times, driven by the urge to find it. Each time I turned back, realizing I didn't want to throw everything away. I still thank God I didn't run into a dealer during those moments. Everything I thought I knew about myself shattered. I had believed I was strong, that my addiction was behind me. But now I felt reset, as if my unwavering strength had been broken by the slightest temptation. Heroin felt impossibly powerful, far stronger than I ever remembered. It reminded me of my aunt, who battled cancer. She fought it off, only for it to return years later and take her life. I remember her strength and how she thought she had overcome it, only to have that hope crush. That's how I feel now. Like a cancer I thought I had beaten has resurfaced. The first few days after that night were the hardest. When my family returned, the urges faded the moment I saw my kids. I hugged them tightly, grateful for their presence. I never told my family what happened, and I never will. My wife met me 5 years after I got clean. She doesn't understand that part of me. I can't let her know. I won't do it again. I'm determined not to drink excessively, except maybe in safe environments like the summer house, where drugs aren't an option. I don't want to get drunk like that again, but I need to be cautious. I'm still over 90% sure I won't touch heroin again, but that used to be 99%. That uncertainty terrifies me. Heroin is stronger than me, but it's not stronger than my family. I refuse to subject my wife and kids to that darkness again. I would rather end it all than go back to being an addict.